Express entry crisis. CRS scores hit 520 plus, but here's how to get PR at 379. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters, powered by Chugo Immigration Services. I'm so excited you're here because today we're diving into what's probably the biggest shock in Canada's express entry system right now. If you've been checking your CRS score lately and feeling like you'll never get that invitation, trust me, you're not alone. We're seeing scores that would make your jaw drop, and I'm about to show you exactly why this is happening. And, more importantly, how you can still make it to Canada. So, grab that coffee, hit the subscribe button, and let's crack this code together. Here's the reality check that's got everyone talking. A good CRS score is now 520 plus, significantly higher than in previous years. Just last month, we saw a PNP cutoff of 855 CRS. That's right, 855. But wait, before you close this video thinking it's all doom and gloom, I've discovered 3 secret pathways that could get you to Canada with scores as low as 379. Yes, you heard that right. Plus, I'll reveal why 37% of all invitations are going to one specific group that most people are ignoring. Stay tuned because this could change everything. The CRS score reality check. Okay, let's talk numbers. Remember when a score of 450 was competitive? Those days are gone. A CRS score of 450 is currently not competitive for most express entry draws in 2025. Recent cutoffs for general, CEC, and category-based draws have all been above 479, with most ranging from 510 to 550. Here's what's really happening. In 2025, the government eliminated points for job offers effective March 25th, 2025. This completely reshuffled the deck. Thousands of candidates who were counting on those LMIA points suddenly dropped in the rankings, creating a massive pileup in the mid-range scores. Think about it. Nearly 58% of candidates fall within the CRS 351-500 range, with the 451-500 band being the most densely populated. It's like everyone's stuck in traffic on the same highway. The pool currently has over 250,000 candidates, and the competition is fierce. Why scores exploded? So why did this happen? Let me break down the perfect storm that created this situation. First, the LMIA bombshell. Effective March 25th, 2025, CRS points for job offers were eliminated. This recalibrated the pool, increasing density in mid-range CRS bands. Imagine thousands of people with arranged employment suddenly losing 5,200 points overnight. Where did they go? Right into the same score range as everyone else. Second, the immigration target cuts. Canada has set moderately reduced immigration targets, 395,000 for 2025, decreasing to 380,000 in 2026, and 365,000 in 2027. Fewer spots mean higher competition. It's simple math. Third, the pool distribution disaster. The data shows high-scoring candidates, CRS 501 to 600, surged by over 1,600 profiles. More people are maxing out their scores with Canadian education, better language tests, and additional qualifications. But here's what they're not telling you. 2025 has seen a strategic shift in express entry draws. IRCC has exclusively focused on Provincial Nominee Program, PNP candidates, Canadian Experience Class, CEC candidates, and specific category-based selections, with no general draws held. This changes everything about your strategy. Current draw patterns. Let's look at what's actually happening with draws right now. The patterns are fascinating. The highest CRS score recorded remains 802 in a Provincial Nominee Program draw. The lowest CRS score for a French language proficiency draw was 379, March 21, 2025, although subsequent French language draws have had higher minimum cutoffs, 481 in August and 446 in September. For Canadian Experience class, we're seeing CEC draws with mid-range CRS cutoffs. Example 547 on May 13, 2025. Healthcare draws are hovering around the 470 to 485 range, while the new education category had a 479 cutoff with 1,000 ITAs. The monthly breakdown is wild. IRCC issued 10,018 invitations in September, marking one of the most active months of the year. September's total represents the third highest monthly ITA count of 2025. Hidden opportunity number 1, the French Revolution. Now let's talk about your secret weapons. First up, the French language advantage that's hiding in plain sight. Listen to this. French proficiency is your fastest path to PR. French draws have the lowest cutoffs, 379 to 428, and account for 37% of all ITAs, despite only 3 draws. Think about that. 37% of all invitations with just 3 draws. French language proficiency draws, which have seen cutoffs as low as 379 to 428. But these are limited to candidates with strong French skills. Even if you have basic French, you could be looking at 50 to 100 point advantages over English-only candidates. Here's my insider tip. You don't need to be fluent. Even reaching CLB 5 in French, that's intermediate level, can qualify you for these draws. With apps like Duolingo and online tutors, you could be ready in 6 months. Imagine going from a 450 CRS score with no hope to getting an invitation at 379. Hidden opportunity number 2, healthcare. Fast track? Healthcare workers, this is your moment. The 2025 priority categories include healthcare occupations, and the demand is insane. We're seeing healthcare draws with cutoffs around 510 for healthcare. May 2nd, 2025. But here's the kicker. If you're a nurse, personal support worker, or any healthcare professional, some provinces are offering expedited processing. The aging population crisis means Canada desperately needs you. Provinces like Nova Scotia and Saskatchewan are practically rolling out the red carpet. Some are even helping with credential recognition and job placement. If you're in healthcare, you're not just an applicant. You're a solution to Canada's biggest challenge. Hidden opportunity number 3, Provincial Nominee Magic. This is where it gets really interesting. While Provincial Nominee Program Express entry draws have been small, averaging 500 ITAs, obtaining a provincial nomination adds 600 CRS points, virtually guaranteeing an express entry ITA. Let me say that again, 600 points. That means even if you have a 350 CRS score with a nomination, you're at 950. Game over, you win. But here's the strategy most people miss. Don't just apply to popular provinces. Atlantic provinces are desperate for workers. Manitoba has streams for specific occupations with lower requirements. Saskatchewan's International Skilled Worker Program has subcategories that many overlook. Pro tip: some PNP streams don't even require a job offer. Research occupation-specific streams, entrepreneur programs, and rural community pilots. The competition is way lower than express entry. The education category. Surprise. Here's breaking news that not many people are talking about. IRCC introduced the education category in 2025, and the first draw had a 479 cutoff with 1,000 ITAs. This is huge! For teachers, early childhood educators, and education professionals, the requirements are specific but achievable. If you have teaching experience or education credentials, this could be your golden ticket. Strategic action plan. All right, let's get tactical. Here's your step-by-step action plan to beat these crazy high scores. Step 1. The multi-path strategy. If you're eligible for provincial nominee program options, pursuing both express entry and PNP strategies simultaneously makes sense. Apply to 3 to 4 provinces, focus on your occupation matches, and don't ignore smaller provinces. Step 2. The French language hack. Start learning French today. Even basic proficiency can drop your required CRS by 100 plus points. Set a goal, CLB 5 in 6 months. Use free resources, join online conversation groups, and take practice tests monthly. Step 3. The category alignment assess eligibility for French proficiency, healthcare, trades, education, or STEM. Ensure your NOC code is accurate. One wrong NOC code could disqualify you from category-based draws. Step 4. The score maximization focus on language proficiency, English CLB 9 or higher French, education, ECAs, Canadian credentials, and skilled work experience. Every single point matters now. Reality check and projections. Let's be real for a second. CRS scores below 500 require strategic intervention. Based on express entry trends in 2025 and going to 2026, CRS scores in this range may receive ITAs if draw sizes increase in the second half of 2025. But here's what the data tells us. Scores are expected to remain stable or increase slightly. There is no clear indication that CRS scores will decrease soon. If anything, the trend suggests continued high cutoffs due to increased competition. So, waiting and hoping is not a strategy. You need to act. The candidates succeeding right now are the ones taking aggressive action to improve their profiles. But don't lose hope. I've seen clients with 420 CRS scores get nominations through strategic PNP applications. I've seen healthcare workers fast-tracked in just 6 months. I've seen French learners go from 0 to PR in under a year. The key is understanding that the express entry system has become more selective, but it hasn't become impossible. Understanding current express entry trends 2025 and acting strategically puts you ahead of candidates who are simply hoping CRS scores will drop. Remember, if your CRS scores in the 470s, you're in the top 25%. If you're above 500, you're in the top 10% of the pool. You're closer than you think. Wow, what a journey we've been on today. Let me recap the game-changing insights. Yes, CRS scores have hit record highs. 520 plus is the new normal. But French language proficiency can get you invited at scores as low as 379. Healthcare and education professionals have dedicated pathways. Provincial nominations add 600 points. That's your guarantee. Strategic action beats waiting every single time. Look, I know these high scores feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. Canada still needs skilled immigrants like you. The game has changed, but it's still very winnable with the right strategy. This is exactly why you need Chugo Immigration Services in your corner. We don't just process applications, we craft winning strategies. We know which provinces are hungry for your skills. We know which streams have the lowest competition. We can identify opportunities you didn't even know existed. Don't let these high CRS scores derail your Canadian dream. Contact Chugo Immigration Services today. Our team will analyze your profile, identify your fastest pathways, and create a personalized roadmap to PR success. Click that link in the description, visit our website, or call us directly. Remember, in this competitive landscape, professional expertise isn't optional. It's essential for success. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for weekly immigration updates. Drop a comment below. What's your CRS score and which strategy are you going to try first? Until next time, keep pushing forward, future Canadians. Your PR is waiting. Peace out.